Hi, my loves. I am freshly back from India, where I got to spend some tremendously healing time with my teacher and many members of my sort of spiritual family, the family that comprises the Himalayan Institute. I was in Khajuraho, India, which is the home base for our tradition these days, and the home base of the Sri Vidya Shrine, which is a highly potentized space that really lends a tremendous amount of power and clarity to the experience of spiritual practice, particularly through meditation. I will be very happy to share more specifics about my time in India, and I'll set up a time that we can all just pour ourselves a nice cup of tea and chat. But that is not the purpose of this particular video. This video is to invite you, entice you, and implore you to be practicing. Each of us are at a different stage in our personal practice of yoga and or tantric yoga. Many of us are practicing just asana. Some of us are practicing asana informed by a conscious relationship with the breath and maybe even pranayama. And a lot of us are also already very actively engaging in meditation, and maybe even meditation with mantra, which is kind of the pinnacle of practice in our tradition. I am trying to offer to you a little something for everyone. I teach yoga because I believe in it. I believe that it has the power to heal the world, one heart and one mind at a time. And that is what I am here to help you do, to heal your own heart and mind, so that you can become a happier, healthier, more free and fulfilled human being for your own benefit. And also because I believe the more happy, healthy, free, and fulfilled human beings there are on the planet, the better chance we have of moving through the current chaos in the world, and getting out of fear around our own survival into a world in which not only we are able to thrive, but we are fully invested in the thriving of all beings, and the thriving of the planet itself. I really believe that the only way forward is through individual healing, which is why I've dedicated my entire life to my own healing, and then creating spaces for facilitating the healing for other people like you. So let's do it. Let's find a way to move the dial in the direction of freedom and fulfillment for ourselves and for all beings through an active engagement with practice. Some of the many offerings that are available, I hope something here speaks to you. If it doesn't, reach out and let me know. Tell me where you are so that I can create something to help you get to a better place. Okay? That's what I'm here for. But what's currently available, based on what I'm seeing, is a weekly practice called Together We Shine, which happens on Wednesdays. And I've tried to choose a time that works well for the time zone that most of you are living in. Together We Shine is basically like a drop-in class. There is no commitment beyond that one single practice. And it is what we call a complete practice of Tantra Hatha Yoga. That just means we're going to move our bodies, we're going to breathe mindfully, we're going to rest in Shavasana, and then we'll have a brief experience of pranayama and meditation at the end. All of that will be revolving around something we call a bhavana, which is like a central unifying purpose or theme to the practice. Come to that. If you need to move your body and just experience a little bit of peace in your mind, let's start there. On Thursday nights or mornings or afternoons, depending on your time zone, we have something called the Yoga Sutra Satsanga. This is phenomenal for anyone who wants to explore the philosophy behind all of this stuff that we do. What is the why of it all? Can I engage my mind a little bit more so I really understand the bigger picture, the context for all of this stuff, all this practicing that we're doing? Yoga Sutra Satsanga meets weekly for about an hour, 75 minutes for each of those sessions. You commit to 4 sessions at a time. It's 20 US dollars for 4 hours of content live with myself, with the facilitator, who is one of my students and an absolutely incredible human being. Her name is Claire, and a collection of other seekers, students, just cool humans from around the world. If you love it, then you recommit for the next 4 weeks. So it's pretty easy, $20 at a time, 4 weeks at a time. And if you want more, you come back for more. That's the Yoga Sutra Satsanga. If you want something even more than that, here are 3 upcoming offerings that are all starting on Monday, April 6th. So as soon as I land back in Tuscany, we're just going to dive in and we're going to enrich ourselves from as many angles as possible. One of those offerings is the Vishoka meditation course. If you've been flirting with meditation, but you haven't committed, if you have dabbled, if you've dated around, if you will, and you've tried a little bit of this and a little bit of that, but nothing has really stuck yet, try the Vishoka meditation course. It will be my opportunity to really share with you the wisdom background as well as the system of Vishoka meditation to empower you to make this practice your own, to make this practice your meditative home base, because building on this foundation, we can go all the way to the final aim of yoga sadhana, which is the highest stage of samadhi or enlightenment. Vishoka meditation will take us there. We start, though, right where we currently are, which is most of us operating from a dysregulated nervous system, a disturbed, a distracted, and a stupefied mind. We'll start there, and then we'll lay the foundation for what will yield life's greatest rewards. Okay? If you want to learn more about that, there's a video dedicated to just chatting about that. It's a life changer. It really, really is. So if you're leaning toward it a little bit, please look into it. Look at the details. Let me know if you have any questions. Let's get you started with Vishoka meditation. Another course is probably for folks that are a little bit further along, but not necessarily. It's the Prāṇaśakti course. This is for folks who already have a somewhat committed relationship with yoga and maybe with meditation, but maybe it's still feeling just a little dry and you're wondering what all the fuss is about. When you hear people talk about how, moved they are by their practice, you're kind of going, well, I don't have that experience. I don't know what they're on, but that's not what's happening for me. What some of those people are on might be called Prāṇaśakti. And it's not a drug. It is something that exists in all things and very much including yourself. Prana is, in essence, what animates all of life. And to not get too esoteric, it is the tangible expression of divine consciousness that we get to have an interactive relationship with. There are techniques that help us to cultivate that relationship and then to refine it into something that becomes increasingly meaningful, fulfilling, delightful, and transformative. If that sounds interesting, take a look at the Prāṇaśakti course. And then finally, contained in this email is the Śiva Saṅkalpa Sūktam, divining or divinizing the mind, creating a divine mind. Some of you have worked with me in learning the daily prayers of the Himalayan tradition. Many of you have gone through the mystical mantra workshop, which is a 10-course workshop, either stage 1 or stage 2. Stage 3 is coming soon. Also stage 2 for those of you who are ready. Also stage 1. So all of that's coming. But if you're intrigued by mantra, if you know mantra holds power, and if you are feeling overwhelmed by the world and feeling chaos, maybe a sense of anxiety, desperation, despair in your mind, then learning the Śiva Saṅkalpa Sūktam will give you some relief, some reprieve, and will start to move your mind in the direction of auspiciousness. It will create an internal atmosphere of benevolence. It will help you gain greater access to your innate wisdom, to your broader perspective on the world, and it will help qualities like friendliness, compassion, happiness, and non-judgment to be your neutral instead of their counterparts, animosity, cruelty, jealousy, greed, and self-righteousness. So, Shiva Saṅkalpa Sūktam, we will meet once a week on Mondays, and again at a time that I hope is conducive for most time zones. But again, everything is recorded. So if it doesn't work perfectly for you, never fear. You can move through all of these courses at your own time. And then finally, if you're craving something in person and fully immersive, then come to Tuscany and spend a week with me. I'm doing my best as a part of my, fulfilling my own purpose to create a little piece of heaven on earth on our property in Tuscany, to create an opportunity for all of us to come together and to experience what life could be. And then take that possibility back into our own little corner of the world and plant those seeds to start moving society in the direction of something positive, because we know we need it. So come and immerse yourself in something that is beautiful and joyful and peaceful, and reset your internal dial to that, and then bring it home with you and share it and start to create your own little bubble, your own little pocket of paradise in the midst of an increasingly tumultuous and turbulent world. Okay, so a little something for everyone. If you didn't hear your specific needs being addressed, reach out to me and let me know where you are and how I can help. And I will do my best, because that is what I'm here for. All right. Lots of love to each of you. Hope to be in touch soon. Ciao, ciao.